You return, box and all. Boxes are for opening, young thief. But still, this task can be held completed. Except it is not. There is no way into this box nor its contents. How can this pick be of any use to us? This note mentions Guyon Stebic. He's with Motus Mining. Break into his laboratory, find this Aravis engine, and use it to free the key then. From what I'm able to surmise, the pick was confiscated from Aloran because she was to send it to Guyon Stebic, an outcast scholar. Guyon seems to have some means at his disposal which Aloran thought could free the pick. This device called the Aravis engine. Break into Guyon's lab and you can use the device to free the pick from the box. In the Hierophant's name. Farewell.
May the road be soft at your feet.
There is something curious at work here. The Hierophant predicted that you would steal the Master's pick, and you come back with this. I've hated Arcia for years. Always speaking truth, always. But this job, this failure, is a fallacy. How could the Hierophant be wrong? Never mind that. There is a more pressing matter at hand. The Hierophant has another task for you. You must pray at the Hierophant shrine in camp. It is the only means of conversing to our guide. Farewell.
So hot.
And lastly, you arrive. There is something hesitant in your step, I see. But it is not your step that concerns me. I have learned that an enemy of the Travelers is soon to meet his end. Mon Cointaker has been sentenced to execution. His is a sordid life, and his will be a fitting death. He was a cutthroat, a brigand, a highwayman, and former traveler. He left my flock when we would not serve his gruesome tastes, and with his bloody ways he amassed a great fortune coveted by many. It would be if he was not a monster and a cutthroat, but despite this, Mon has amassed a sizable hoard before his arrest. He has cost the Travelers dearly many times, and sullied our name with his murders. Let the Travelers see the price of those that cross me. He is being held in Convict's Cavern in Apatir. He will give you the key to his hoard. This I have foreseen.
not supposed to be sniffing around over here. Go on, get. We've got your usual drunks, thieves and killers. Most of them are from Whitestone, but a few hail from the outlying mines. Too bad you're not permitted inside. You might pick up a useful skill or two. Anything to survive in Apatir. The gnomes carved the place to pieces, and then picked up and left before the dust hit the ground. They took everything, left nothing. Let me work. Keep your eyes open.
Well, looks like one of Arjean's blew in here. Wonder what the guards would do if I called them over. But Mon won't do that, though it sounds a bit of fun. You are a traveler, aren't you? Suppose Sun Camp came to gloat. Oh, come now, I can't be all that bad, can I? Maybe I did slit some throats. They'll still remember me as the richest son of a bitch in Apatir who laughed in the Hierophant's face. Rats in the desert fighting over my table scraps. Only now they have a shot at the whole feast. More likable than you spineless travelers, at any rate. I can't believe I ever walked with you cowards. Can take a man's livelihood, but not his life, eh? Well, they've welded my door shut until I reach the gallows, so it's yours. But this is only part of the key you'll need. See? I'm a fair man. I gave the other pieces to the Zungars and the Dark Varis. They're looking for my treasure right now, and I don't think they'll share. This is what you scabs get for picking at Mon's bones. Claim my gold if you dare. Arjean can hold my debt fulfilled if you survive. Ah, my old stomping grounds. Would that I could see it now, filled with eager Zungars and Dark Varis, spilling their blood for my gold. It's hidden in Snaketail Grotto, but the Zungars and the Dark Varis are probably at each other's throats trying to get it. Good hunting.
Looks like Mon managed to pull the fast one on pretty much everyone. You know, I remember a time when the Hierophant couldn't be faulted, couldn't be fallible. Guess that's just sand in the desert breeze, Dove. I've found the missives of Sable, and how to get them. I need you to steal them for me. The Hierophant's power is clearly waning, and all the Travelers will suffer for it eventually. I chose this path because of vengeance. I was wrong. It's the future of the Travelers what's at stake. We're close, Dove. We'll be ridding the Travelers of that problem soon enough, right after you get the missives of Sable. It's the giant ornately carved stone bloody feather in the gnome's enormous cap, that's what it is. The gnomes built a warren into that crater, and a secret one at that. The safest fort in the Phalanx, and we're robbing it. Amongst Travelers was the best place to be before this Hierophant led us astray. We'll be recapturing that freedom, Dove, with that book you'll be stealing. With a proper bit of skill, you're going where no thief of these lands has stepped foot, in the vaults beneath the Odessa Livrarium. Seems to be where the gnomes hide what they don't want found, missives included. I've arranged for Phasma to meet you there, and show you the way in. He knows as much as I've told him. I'd have shown you the place myself, but after Owen's stand, I might be recognized. Phasma's got a good head on his shoulders. He'll help you just fine. These are gnomes we're dealing with, Dove. Forget gold, wine, and power. They prize knowledge above all else. I suspect something to be in those missives that means a great deal to them. But who cares? They've got the book, and we want it. Now go. When you've got it, I'll be waiting for you with some friends in the Hospitalis quarters. I ain't exactly what you call literate, Dove, but all our fortunes lie with that tome. Yours, mine, and the Hierophant's. Get on with you.
Yes.
Glad you decided to show. Can't say I wasn't antsy with all these squirrel-headed gnomes staring me down crosswise. But let's be quick-like about this. Before you go into the vault, I've got to run you down on what's needed. Egg-eating, swill-sucking, take-it-in-the-eye for a side, twig-wrenching traitor, stew-brained wretch. Send me to die, will he? He'll get his, I swear it. Been a bit since we crossed paths, hasn't it? Well, after I got free of that curse, I joined up with Grimm's crew. Ain't been some lily-liver after what happened at Rithen. I'm stronger now, faster. Better thief than I ever could have been under the Hierophant. Lot of followers with their heads in the clouds. They're not seeing things because they're too busy kissing the Hierophant's dung-covered boots. I'll show them. They say this place is the bright center of knowledge, but there's a coldness beneath these floors, like something hidden. Grimm learned that the gnomes enchanted the missives with a spell that lets them know its location at all times. Trilgaren came up with a solution. The Shroud of Omission. Cover the book in this shroud and the gnomes will forget it exists. Now, are you ready? This is a one-way trip. Once you're in, you'll have to find your own way out. Some old book. Don't look at me for what's in it. The value that those cursed scullions place in the missives is what concerns Grimm and I. I don't know if Trilgaren made the bloody thing or stole it, but she said it's one of a kind. Place an object under the shroud and all the world forgets it existed. Seems useless, eh? But in the right moment, it's a damned waggish bedlam. Through this floor grate here. You'll have to do what you can to keep your bearings. It's a maze down there. And be careful. There might be pint pots, but these gnomes will become vicious if they get wise to you. Right, you better go. Be quick about it. I'll distract them. Let's do this.
needed. Yes? What now? I?
The missives of Sable. I'd like to see what these pages hold. But that needs to wait. Keep that shroud on it. The time has come. While you did this, I finally learned who the Hierophant is. Argene of Sun Camp. We're taking her down, Dove. All of us. One last plan, one last job. The biggest we'll ever pull. I know now. I've had my suspicions, and the last one has been put into place. The Hierophant is Argene of Sun Camp. I've told Argene that I know her secret, and now she's asked to meet me in the ruins beneath Sun Camp. While we're there, you're going to plant the missives on Argene, and the gnomes will have her in chains, like she would have done to me. Argene tried to hand me to the gnomes for stealing the missives of Sable, a book they value greatly. Only you saved my life. She tried to do the same to you and Phasma and Rithen. After that, we started putting my true plan in motion. I found the missives of Sable and found the Hierophant's identity. Now, we'll frame her for the crime she tried to have me killed for. Too easy for one. Even if this started with a need for vengeance, the plan's grown bigger than that. Argene's leveraged her powers to become nearly a goddess for the Travelers. We need to show them all the truth. When word spreads of the Hierophant's arrest, they'll know for certain that their faith was misplaced. The meeting with Argene's a front. While I keep her occupied, you, Krilgaren and Phasma will be able to move unrestricted. Where we're going is the Hierophant's lair. It's likely got some enchanted defenses. Krilgaren will be there to help with those. Meanwhile, Phasma will lead the gnomes to the ruins. You plant the missives on Argene, and the gnomes will take her away while the world watches. Phasma's got the tricky part. He's going to lead the gnomes to the ruins beneath Sun Camp. That way, once you plant the missives on Argene, the gnomes will move in and take her down. Krilgaren will be your support. The Fae have many powers and sensitivities. I figure she'd be best suited to helping you. I doubt Argene would invite me without having some form of security. Krilgaren will help you get past them, so you can plant the missives on her. I'm the bait. I told Argene that I would expose her identity to the Travelers, so she would ask to hold court with me. With luck, I'll have her gaze long enough to let you plant the missives of Sable on her. Dove, we're about to infiltrate the retreat of one of the most powerful clairvoyants in the Phalanx. That job never gets easier. But we've got to make a move at this point. To get into the ruins, you'll use a secret entrance through one of the graves in Sun Camp. Once you're in, find Krilgaren, and she'll guide you from there. If everyone does their part, we'll see the other side of this. It seems that the Hierophant made themselves a little hideaway beneath Sun Camp. It's a monument to her abuses, her power. We'll topple that place as well as her.
What are you looking at?
it is good for you to be here. We may now conclude Grimm's plan. I've come to lend what aid to Grimm's fight that I can. I feel a duty to see him safely to the end of this. You have lived enough of our ways to understand, perhaps. The Hierophant is the ruler of the Travelers, as you know. Where is the freedom in acquiescing to another's will? We profit from the Hierophant's wisdom, but pay for it in service. It is a high cost. We are many things, but what the Travelers are to most are thieves. We follow our own way. May the road rise to meet you.
At last, I can speak with Grimm's fateless ally with my true voice, and your meaningless plan is exposed. These ruins are full of travelers faithful to the Hierophant, who will kill any and all who intrude. This ends now. My powers may fluctuate around you, but they are not robbed of me. I could see enough of Grimm, Phasma, and Krilgaren to learn this plan. I tried to end your life once. I underestimated you clearly. Now I want to form a peace between us. I could use your skill. Frame Grimm for stealing the missives of Sable. You are not but a tool to him since he first approached you in Star Camp anyways. I suppose you believed it to be mere coincidence that it was Grimm who first recruited you into the Travelers. Grimm is crude and cruel, but with a bestial cleverness. He learned you were fateless, no doubt, long before the two of you met. He planned this rebellion long before Own's stand. He only waited until the perfect weapon to fight me appeared. And that weapon is you. Yes, yours is a fate I cannot read. I told you as much when first you prayed to me in Star Camp. I thought you were an aberration, but I'm coming to believe that you are instead a harbinger of times to come. Nature might cast us as opposites, as foes, but I believe together we might lead the Travelers to a golden age. A smart answer, but I cannot see your intentions. I cannot know that you will do as you say. Recall your oath and take this. It is a key to the wings of the Hierophant's court, my sanctum. It is where I will meet Grim. Grim will be in the East Wing. Remember that. Grim is in the East Wing. Should you do this deed, your rewards will be great. Farewell. I see you.
You have come. I was concerned, for Arjin has not come to this ruin unprepared. There appears to be many guards loyal to the Hierophant roaming this hall. There is also a strange enchantment not far beyond here. But they are not insurmountable with a quiet pace. Then it would seem that Grimm's plan is working as expected. Somehow I anticipated difficulties. Now there is but one problem. Arjin will meet with Grimm in the western wing of her court. You will need a sanctum key to reach her, and I have none. More immediately, there is a stone sentry that guards the path. It must be dealt with. There's a magic sentry that watches over the path to the court. A statue called the Watcher. If it catches you, it will sound an alarm. But you can blind it. Extinguish the torches in its chamber and its gaze will be lost. The torches lie in its gaze, so the only way to snuff them is with a bag of winds, which the guards carry. Use it before entering the chamber and you'll be fine. Though it is magical in nature, it still relies on sight. If you could blind it, then you could walk in the shadows unseen. There is an item on a nearby guard that would be of use. A bag of winds. Using it, you could snuff the torches and plunge the room in darkness. May the road rise to meet you.
So, anyways, I had, well, some very important business that I needed to discuss with you, Hierophant.
You may save your breath. The Hierophant knows all and sees all. That includes your plan with the Misses of Sable.
Well,
They've got
yes,
the missives,
well,
get them!
I think that's, what are you talking about?
Have you not heard? The Hierophant is all-knowing, Grim. And I'm intimately familiar with your little plan to depose me. Good. Grim shall pay the price for his audacity. Now escort me from this madness. Farewell. I see you. And so ends Grim. But he has proved the need for me to take a scourge to the Travelers and purge the disloyal. Once the Travelers had heroes, remembered by pseudonyms. I will revive this tradition. I christen you Temperance, the prudent one. Speak with me and I will erase your crimes. And as for this shroud of omission Grim gave you, well, I think it has more use for you like this. Fel- Enough of your farces, Grim. You claim you want to blackmail me, but that is not your true purpose here.
Why, your worshipfulness, you can't blame me for desiring to have you all to myself.
This has gone on long enough, little man. I grow tired of your stallings. They will cease immediately.
I couldn't agree more, my dear seer. Seems like it's time for things to wrap up.
They've got the message. Get them.
Let's get the hell out of here!
We must make our escape!
Dove, we better run like hell if we're to get out of here. Algine's hold over the Travelers is broken. The Hierophant is gone. The Travelers will never be the same. You are like the Travelers of ages past. I name you one among their number. They'll sing songs of you forever as the Chariot. No jail will hold you. And since you've used the Shroud of Omission so well, I figured you could make some use of this.